Like, Metroid's been in a slow period, and like, I would say that Prime 4 was kind of the resurgence for it. Like, there was a period where it was coming out more frequently. Like, you think about the release times of like all three of the Prime games and Fusion and Zero Mission stuff, and yeah, that was a lot in a row. And then there wasn't anything for a while. That's fair. But like, it's not dead right now. They're literally making it. Ice Climbers is a rotting corpse. Yeah. I don't even know if that's fair to say. I don't know if anyone expected it to not be a rotting corpse. I think that was. I don't know if they were ever planning on that. Like, who would a second one be for now? So you know what franchise is actually dead? Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus is dead because Sakurai made a game that hurt people, so it's dead now. Sakurai made a game that injured people, so now they're not gonna make another one. It's like why they don't have Polygon anymore in the Pokemon anime. It's the same shit. It's just like, do you want to make another one of those? Well, no. The last time we tried to make one, people had permanent wrist injuries that that stuck with them for the rest of their life. No, let's not make another one. Ow. Oh, Nintendo Land on Switch? Yeah, no, I agree. I wish we got a Nintendo Land equivalent for the Switch. It doesn't strictly have to be like Nintendo Land itself. I wish we got a Nintendo Land equivalent for the Switch, because 1-2 Switch was not it. Like, I liked 1-2 Switch. It should have been a back-end game, but it still was not a Nintendo Land equivalent. Now, you know what game needs to be ported or remastered or whatever? Fucking Wii Sports Resort. It's annoying that Wii Sports got the re-release on the Wii U and not Wii Sports Resort, considering Wii Sports Resort is so goddamn good. There were 49 games featuring Mario between Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Not all Mario games, but still. But again, Mario has those other franchises that exist. Donkey Kong doesn't. So like again, I would say it's dormant. I wouldn't say it's dead. I would not say that DK is dead. It's just dormant. Earthbound is dead. Earthbound's very dead. They can't even re-release the game. We got Earthbound Beginnings, and that was it. That's the only thing we've got. And even that, from what I understand, was a struggle to get. Earthbound isn't dead, it's finished. No, see, people will say it's dead because we never got 3 localized. People will say it's not finished because the West never got it. Wii Sports for Switch would be good. Wii Sports Paradise. I just want Wii Sports Resort again. I don't even need it to be a different one. I just want it again. Why have you got a fire log? What the fuck? This is unfair. Oh my god. Get up. Oh my god, get up. That's the thing, I don't fuck all about Earthbound, so when you say it's finished, I'm just like, I have no idea anything about 3 to know whether, like, I don't know whether 3 finished, like, the story or anything. Holy shit. I just finally did that new move that I got for Daruk, and it's a giant spinning thing. Holy fucking shit. It's hammer charge attack off a ramp. Hinox is... Elemental Hinoxes are difficult to fight, is what I'm learning. There we go, and it's dead. Yay! Elemental Hinoxes are difficult. 3's the end of the story and the end. Okay, yeah. Was there some Switch Sports game, but it was like by every sport individual or something? Oh, the Wii Sports Club or something. But I don't know if that was Switch. That may have been Wii U. I think that was a thing. Wii Sports Club or something. This vaguely sounds familiar now that you're reminding me of it, Deku. This might have been a thing. Did you finish the story and this is you grinding to unlock the endgame characters? No, I have not finished the story. This is me being a stupid dumbass in terms of how I play this game, and me wanting to do every single side mission as we go through the game before continuing on with the story. Because I'm an idiot. That's what this is. That's what this is. Because I keep saying I should, and now I am, and now it's taking forever. But look, we're actually working through it. There's not that many new ones that have appeared. Daily drills at Hyrule? Oh god, we're fighting Impa. That's gonna kill me. Alright, well, we're fighting Impa. See, part of me is just like, use Link, because Link's overpowered as shit and will kill everyone super easily, but that feels too easy. Haster, we haven't done Haster yet. We haven't done Haster. Shaka. Everyone get your Shakas ready. No! What do I need? Okay, sorry. I need to go to this shop first. What are we buying? Fresh milk. I can buy 20 fresh milks. I would like to buy all of your fresh milks. I think I also need these. And goat butters. I'd like to buy all your goat butters as well. Thank you. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Mabe souffle cooking now enabled. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. How many of these can I make now? That's the wrong button. Fuck, I need more Hyrule herbs. Where do I buy Hyrule herbs? Fuck, where do I buy Hyrule herbs? Quick. Where's Hyrule herbs? Who's got that herb? I probably just get it from cutting grass, and I just haven't been doing that. Like, I haven't been focusing on it. So, I probably... Hyrule herbs! Thank you, fish man. Everyone say thank you, Mr. Fish. I saw that in the thumbnail in an Alfred video one time, and I know he does thank you, Mr. Someone jokes a lot of the time. Everyone say thank you, Mr. Fish. No one's saying thank you, Mr. Fish. People keep asking Mario on Smash, but I think Olimar would be a better pick. Paper Mario for Smash. Thank you, Mr. Fish. Thank you, Mr. Fish. You sold me that herb. You sold me that herb. He thought that we should go and kick it. Because if I need weed, come get it from him. This is where the test is of realizing that my audience is way too white to get that reference. Possibly. It's funny, we were super bored at work today, so we were just like, what music should we listen to? And the girl I was working with was like, well, I like R&B and stuff, and we were just like, fuck it. So we're just blasting Outcast on my phone. And then a customer walked in and we're just like, yeah, we should probably not do that. This customer's here. 60% white. That is significantly less than me. Oh, right. I meant to do this. Oh, fuck. I have to kill 6 people in 6 minutes. Everyone be terrified. Just beat this motherfucker in the head with maracas until he dies. It's actually working. I don't even need to do anything else. Yahaha! I'm Filipino and I don't get the reference. Mwahaha! Aha! Aha! I've done it. It's a Little Nas X reference from the song Kick It. I'm so clever. I'm so clever. Has he got an album or a new EP out? I haven't listened to anything since the 7 EP. Well, I haven't paid attention to see if anything has come out. It's amazing how often I miss when new music comes out by people I like. It's kind of amazing. Like, if it's not Unleash the Archers, Polaris, Ailstorm, or Glory Hammer releasing a new album, I don't notice when it comes out. Like, I don't notice by anyone else. Like, the band that I'm wearing a shirt for right now, Judas Priest, when they released Firepower, I didn't know about it until 2 weeks after it came out. I was like, what the fuck? #1 combat strategy? You just beat him in the head with musical instruments. If I could pick up my guitar and beat it over the head with, beat people over the head with it and hurt them with it and not break my guitar, I would so fucking do that. Although I couldn't really play it at the same time and doing that because, like, I need to hook it up to a Vision and, like, I really need to control it on, like bigger things, so I can only and everything like that. But it would still be fun. The shape of it would totally work too. Actually, not really. The neck is way too short to like actually grab someone and hit him. Like to get a good. It would be hard to get a good grip on it. It'd be hard to get, not impossible, but it'd be hard to get a good grip on it. Bit too long to just wield it one-handed by just the neck. Neck's a bit too short to hold it in 2 hands comfortably like you would a weapon. That is not what I meant. Oh my god, the ice block bounces around. That's hilarious. I love that so much. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. There we go. Yeah, I love how all of the other Koroks just hurl random crap. I love that so much. They just chuck shit at you. It's so good. Wait, I'm realizing I'm pretty sure I did this exact fight before. Oh god. In terms of, I'm pretty sure last time I fought Impa, it was during Hester's training. And it worked pretty well then as well. Hester makes music by shaking Korok Poopsie's maracas. Yeah, but they're like solid poops, so it's fine and normal.
Well, well.
I think the final Smash Ultimate DLC character would be Sakurai. I've been saying this for so long. The final character needs to be Sakurai. I have been wanting this for so long, and I am so glad someone agrees with me. Fuck yes. Make the final character Sakurai. It would just be fucking amazing. I don't care what anyone says about it being dumb or anything. It would be fucking the best. It would be so good. It would be so good. Is the Great Deku Tree just an adult Korok? I don't think so. Thing is, because I think, yeah, like, the time that we see a baby Korok tree is Ocarina of Time, I think. And Koroks aren't around then. I think the tree just dies and becomes a smaller one. Or am I thinking of Majora's Mask? A game I haven't played. I know I've seen a game where Great Deku Tree dies, and there's a little tree that appears after it from the sprout of it. And it's kind of meant to be like it's rebirthing itself. What's up, Mikey Rules? Ah. It's so good. I love it whenever you join the chat, Mikey Rules. I love it. I love it so much. You were thinking about that really hard. This is me using my memory. My memory is awful, so me having to think about stuff is a real... to reach the deepest recesses of this gray, ugly piece of shit. And then behind that, my brain. Mighty Thunder of the Gerudo. A horde of monsters that pushed itself into the Gerudo Desert, and Nobus set out to engage and capture enemy outposts and bring peace to the desert. That I can do. Oh shit, we have to play as her, and we get a second character. Oh my god, a challenge, but we get a second character. How'd you make a moveset? How'd you make a moveset for Sakurai? Not that I'm doubting you, but what did you do for it? Because I find that fascinating. How did you do this? I'm so interested. I'm so interested by this. Let's go. Deku Trees reproduce asexually. Why did my mind just go to that? And that's just trees, I guess.
Acceptable.
Trees just reproduce asexually in general, I think. Are there any, like, I don't know if there's any trees that are out there that are just filthy, insatiable sluts. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. I watched all these smash detects. I don't know what smash detects means. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain what that means. You mean one of you guys like, please understand? That's a water. That's a water, never mind. Typo again. I feel like that happens a lot, Get Work. Are you using a voice to chat thing? I know OEO 6 does that as well. And it results in them having a lot of typos too. I've heard that some people use that and it results in typos because they're bad. See, I can't use voice to text because this accent, trying to have a fucking computer pick up what I'm saying? No. Neutral B is making a recursive version of Smash for someone plays the. Oh god, oh no. Oh no. See, you know what the awful part about that is that you said it's neutral B, so that means Kirby has to be able to do it too. I'm pretty confident the final finals will be Hunter, Dante, or Sakurai. Again, I think that either Hunter or Dante is, I wouldn't say fairly likely because there's so many possible options that, like, out of all of the possible options, even if Dante has a double chance than any of the others, I could still put him at a 2% chance because there's so many different options it could be. But again, I do think Hunter and Dante have a pretty good chance. I don't think, I doubt both of them would get in because I don't think with the last 3 they're gonna have 2 Capcom reps. But I think one of them's pretty decent at getting in there. The thing is, I don't think we've had a Capcom rep in the DLC pack. No, we haven't. Like, there's obviously Capcom reps already in the game. Mega Man, Shadows. Like, we've already got reps in the games. But, oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Oh, okay. This is actually, we have to not let that one fall while doing this. Okay. Like, I know you can't just base it on, well, what, like, massive companies do have one. Because, like, Square's got 2 in the DLC. Microsoft's got 2 in the DLC. Like, you can't just go, oh, well, this franchise has already got that, or this one, or, like, this company doesn't have it, so they must get one soon. I know you can't base it on that, but I think it's a decent baseline to have some guesses. He's just looking for a telegram and dives into Smash Text, and those are just some ideas. Oh, so it just like combines all the different presentations and stuff? Okay, okay, okay. You had me in trades, but now you have my attention.
Fine, fine.
Well, the thing is, his moveset could be just made out of every game that he plays, which is every game that he plays. Actually, on a topic of games that he plays, I saw people mentioning it on Twitter. I've seen the game mentioned because Wooly's been playing it on Wooly Versus, and it's the only time I've heard about the game. But then I saw a thing on Twitter today of two specific people mentioning the game, and I'm curious. There was a quote that someone put in a picture, so it's definitely real. There's absolutely no way it was faked. Onto Twitter, the notoriously frosty website, what was it? Yes, Sakurai and Yoko Taro both playing 13 Sentinels, what Aegis Rim or whatever it is, and saying, like, there is no other game like this, it's one of the best, like, it's a fantastic game, it's a completely unique experience, nothing like this is going to be around again, nothing can be like this again, anything like that, you need to play it and everything like that. Does anyone in chat know anything about 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim? In a perspective of, could you give me advice on whether it's the type of game that I would enjoy or the type of game I should play? Because I know nothing about it, and if it's such a unique, weird game, I don't want to know exactly what it is or anything. But is it the type of game that I should play? I don't know, it's just like, I've only seen Wooly play it, I have no idea what he thinks of it. I just see the episode titles go up. But I just see the videos pop up on my subscription feed. I have no idea whether he likes it or not. I haven't even seen him mention the game on Twitter, really. But, I don't know anything about it. So, yeah. So, actually, I have no idea whether it's something I might be interested in or not. And again, normally it's just like, I like to listen to people talk about, like, the game and then go, oh, okay, that's alright. And it's only 2 people I've heard recommend the game, but those 2 people are Yoko Taro and Sakurai. People who know their fucking shit when it comes to video games, so I'm just like, maybe? I don't know. There we go. Oh shit, there was people talking about stuff. I messed up, sorry. I'll check it in a second when I'm not trying to murder. Hunger and Dante fighting over who gets being Capcom and then Phoenix Wright does lots of shenanigans to get in. This is also true, and he's already been in MVC, so we know it's possible. They would want the final fight to be for a big franchise, something that people would go crazy for. And being there's a Capcom fight, I think that Dante and Hunter seem pretty likely. The thing is just like, I know big franchise and big excitement, they would want, surely they would save the last one for a big one. Honestly, I don't know if Hunter or Dante are big enough for that. And if they're saving it for the biggest one for last, then I would say Hunter's over Dante. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's that one's hard to say. Oh, just get Hester? Yes, let's go, Hester. Hester to smash. Yahas all over the place. So good, I love it. His middle stuff would be the middle finger. Final smash would be middle finger. Oh my god. I've not played the same much game, but everyone who's played it says it's love it. It's got that new IP curse. I don't know what new IP curse means. Like just it's rough around the edges, but the idea is great, or just it's not popular because it's new. I'm not sure what that means in context. But okay. Again, it's just like specifically the way that Yoko Taro and Sakurai talked about it was just like nothing else like this exists and nothing else like this can exist. Like it just had one of those names that made me just go, this is clearly an anime game and I have no idea anything about it beyond that. And I've never heard of it outside of these very, very specific things. When's the next Gen U stream? Possibly this weekend. Possibly this weekend. I cannot guarantee that. It really depends! Jesus. It depends. It depends. Depends if I have time, depends if I don't have anything. If you want a big fancy thing, the last night say Master Chief, you know, Master Chief finishes the fight. There's already been 2 Microsoft. Not that that means it can't happen, but I don't know. The thing is, if you want Master Chief is too big of a Microsoft character to lend to Nintendo. I mean, yeah, like the ones that they gave, like the Microsoft characters that they gave to Nintendo for their fighting game are ones that were on a Nintendo platform and ones that Microsoft bought out, not made. That's the 2 that they did. What would you do if the final character was Waluigi? I'd be disappointed because that is so fucking pathetic and terrible. That would be legitimately, not even exaggerating, the single worst option to have as a final character. Without exaggerating and being objectively correct, the single worst decision that they could make for the final character is Waluigi. That is the literal worst possible option. There is nothing that they could do worse. There is nothing that is less interesting, less exciting, less new, less personality driven, and less meaningful to video games and Smash Brothers than Waluigi. There's nothing that can be worse. Like, the Waluigi fan base to get him in the game, I get it. Some people like Waluigi, and it's weird that he's like the one that isn't in there from Mario. But come on, he's boring compared to anything else from any other video game that exists. Like, there is nothing that they could put in that would be less interesting than him. If you want to go real, if you're talking about, what was the exact phrase that you said? They would want the final fighter to be someone from a big franchise, something that people would go crazy for. Fortnite. Like, you're saying the words Fortnite there. Ozzy, you're saying Fortnite. I would rather have Hestu than Waluigi. I'm not even joking. I would prefer Hestu over Waluigi. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yo, Fairy Fountain. More Fairy Fountain goodness. Yeah, let's go. Who's ready to be beaten up by giant women again? I am. I'm ready to be beaten up by a giant woman. Who should we play as to be beaten up by a giant woman?
All right,
Strong woman versus giant woman. Who will win?
Can we start? Not half bad.
Fold my legs over. There we go. There we go. My legs feel very bad. So I've got one leg lifted onto the other. I don't know if that helps the leg or anything, but you know, it feels a little bit nicer. It feels a little nicer. Hiccup. Hiccup once more. Hiccup a final time. Why? It's gonna be Fortnite. It's gonna be Fortnite as the final character. You can't stop it. Giant woman versus strong woman. I don't know who wins, but I know that Link sure loses. Yeah, he loses, alright. He absolutely. Oh, damn. He's gonna get beaten up and squashed and just absolutely dominated. He's absolutely gonna lose that fight. Damn, would sure hate to lose a fight that much. Your objective to beat the ice goblins.
I'll freeze you out.
That, yep. Blue bombs have begun an assault. This is not even an ice problem. What's going on here? Wait, what? The health of the Rito captain? Oh shit, I probably should have played some makeup.
I'll freeze you out.
God damn it! Fucker too fast! Whoa. Freeze, get out of it. Why am I focusing on this one first? Mr. R for Smash? I have no idea who that is, I'm sorry. Whoa. I'd rather have Hestu than Fortnite. No, I'd rather have Fortnite than Hestu. Because Fortnite's a new franchise and a different thing that would represent more of gaming phenomena and everything compared to Hestu. And I'm not someone who hates Fortnite because it's popular or what the kids are into. Fortnite as a game, I have nothing against in terms of its gameplay, its popularity. I have nothing against Fortnite for anything of those. All the problems that I have are to do with Epic themselves and how they run, like, the business side of Fortnite and its somewhat predatory business model, which is nowhere near as predatory as some other things in the industry, and like, yeah, something that is very present in the industry and not just Fortnite. So that's my issues with it. Encouraging child gambling is a bad thing, but again, that's not a problem unique to Fortnite, and I'm absolutely not going to claim that it is either.
Was not on your side.
The music in these fairy stages is great. I don't get it, but it's great. It's great. Damn it! Yeah. Whoa. 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 I fucked up every part of that, and I feel sad. You know who we're gonna get for Smash? 2B. Absolutely, definitely, 100% 2B. There's no way it's not. No way that 2B is too lit for Smash. They got Bayonetta in there. They have to include 2B. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, yeah, look at this. Boom!
Was not on.
Blue moblins have appeared. That's not blue moblins have appeared. That's a billion different things have appeared. I was like, whoa, Jesus Christ. What the fuck just happened? What the hell happened in here while I was gone? There's a billion things in here. What the shit? Watch my KO number skyrocket. What the fuck? There was almost 100 things in here. No, not everything's dead. There was 100 things in here. What the fuck? What the fuck happened? There were so many things in here that died from my special attack. I gained my special attack meter back. What the fuck? Burrito Captain, are you okay, Buster Wolf? What the shit? Jesus Christ. Well, it doesn't bother me. Also, would you prefer Waluigi over Piranha Plant? No, absolutely not. Piranha Plant represents something from Mario that hasn't been represented. The enemies. Like, you think about it. Mario is big enough as, like, Mr. Video Games and everything that, like, he gets a pass on having a billion different reps. So, what is the one part of Mario that hadn't really been represented until Ultimate? Just the normal enemies. The normal enemies hadn't been represented. Like, you had, like, the primary villains and, like, the anti-heroes and stuff, but what about just, like, Bob-Ombs and Koopas and Bullet Bills and stuff like that? Like, nothing of those have been represented. And for the Mr. Video Game franchise, he gets to be overrepresented. That's his thing. So he can be, like, the one thing where that type of stuff does get represented. And out of all those options, Piranha Plant just has the most variety that you can do with it. Because there's so many different types of Piranha Plant, so many different things that they do. Like, you could go Koopa as well. It would have been Koopa or that. Yeah. I would have preferred Goomba. Yeah, Goomba's like the enemy, but it's harder to do stuff with it. Again, for a Mario enemy thing, it's Koopa or Piranha Plant. And they went with Piranha Plant. So again, those are the two that just have a billion different things going on with them across the game. Like Bob-Omb, but Bob-Omb only, like, Bob-Omb doesn't have many different things other than being a Bob-Omb. Where, like, Piranha Plant has, like, the stretchy Piranha Plants, the ones that don't have the pods and they run around, the poison ones, the big spiky ones, yada yada yada. Which is what they went with. That's exactly what they went with. Like, every move represents a different one that they've done over the years, and all the different color variations represent a different Piranha Plant that's actually existed in different ones. That's why they went with it. Again, you could have done Koopa as well. You absolutely could have done Koopa as well. They just went with it. Piranha Plant, again, because it's Mr. Mario, because it's video game, the franchise, and everything like that, he gets to have an enemy as a representative. And it's Piranha Plant. I wonder if you can redo Bowser Jr. to make Waluigi use some of his enemies as attacks. Something like Mario and Luigi stuff. This is confusing and hurt my head now. The thing is just like... The thing is that... Like... When you're comparing Waluigi to any other DLC character slot, it's very easy to see why it's better, because it's just... It's any new thing that can be in there, not just that. When you're comparing why Waluigi over any other Mario franchise, like, base thing, it's just because, like, Piranha Plant does something that Smash doesn't already have. Waluigi doesn't. Like, Waluigi doesn't do anything new for the Mario franchise as a Smash rep. Piranha Plant does. Piranha Plant is basically the rep for the enemies that you run across, which in some cases are just as, like, Like, Bob-ombs and Piranha Plants and Goombas and stuff are more recognizable than most video game characters in general. Like, that's just straight up the honest goddamn truth. You have a look at merchandise and everything. There is more, I guarantee, there is more merchandise out there with Piranha Plant on it than 99% of other video game characters. That's why Piranha Plant gets in. That's why a Mario enemy gets in there. And Waluigi just doesn't do anything new. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I would have preferred King Boo, although Luigi's Mansion doesn't get enough love in Smash. King Boo I could see being another enemy that gets in there. Like, to represent the enemies, but again, King Boo is specifically a villain. He's another Bowser. So, it's not quite the same as the bad guys that you're running through doing your platforming stuff being represented. Like, how many Goombas would you run across in Squish? Like, running through that first stage of 1-1 Mario Brothers, and you're jumping over the Goombas and the Koopas and the Piranha Plants. Like, that's an iconic thing, so that's why the enemy is considered there. King Boo would make a good boss. Ooh, actually, yeah. Yeah. I would have... there's one thing that... Yo! It's a different fairy! We're actually gonna have all the fairies. Oh my god. Okay, so... Anyway, strong woman on giant woman action. Everyone get hype. If there's one thing I'll say that I think the representation's a bit boring for Smash Ultimate, it's the boss fights. Some of the boss fights are fucking fantastic, don't get me wrong. Rathalos is great. Dracula's great. Marx is great. Like, they're great as representing their franchises. For the Mario one, I get it being Giga Bowser because that's also just Smash rep. It's nice like Smash stuff. Ganon sucks. I would have much preferred, like, more four-legged pig-based Ganon. Having to only attack the tail in Smash is just not fun. I don't like that, and I wish that wasn't what it was. But, like, there's more interesting things they could have done with some of the bosses, I think. I don't know, it's just going through... I think my problem comes with Gallium, really. Like, Gallium's a cool fight from Subspace, but it's not the fight from Subspace. I would have preferred Taboo over Gallium in Ultimate. And I don't know why they didn't go with Taboo other than the fact that it has a one-hit kill move. Like, for all the others, it's like, what is it for what is it? What boss did they give Castlevania? They didn't give it Grim Reaper. They didn't give it Medusa. They gave it fucking Dracula. What did they give for Kirby? They gave it fucking Marks, not like Mr. Bonkers or Wispy Woods or anything like that. So it's a bit upsetting that for Smash, it's Gallium and not Taboo. Andros is a boss. Andros would have been great. Andros would have been great. Like, you could have Andros be a boss where he's a head and two hands above the stage. They gave Monster the Rathalos. That I can understand. He's not the big final boss. It's not like they gave him Fatalis or anything. But it's so much more of a flagship that in that case, I can get it. Because, like, Dracula's the flagship of Castlevania. It's also the final boss, but it is still the flagship. More than Death is. More than Medusa is. Like, more than Flea and Zombie Man or Flea Man or whatever his name is. Might want to go apple picking soon. You are super right, Deck. You want to go low on food. Goomba's more popular than any Fire Emblem character. I'm sorry, just facts. See, the thing is that you're not even remotely close to fucking wrong work. You're not even remotely close to wrong. You are incredibly on point with that. And that is why Piranha Plant over Waluigi. Also, chat, it's been like an hour since I've asked. It has been so long since I asked. And no one has filled up my water yet. My mouth's getting all cottony. I'm getting all of the negative side effects of smoking weed without the smoking weed part. My mouth's feeling awful. Come on, chat. What are you doing to me here? Yada yada to what? Jesus. Ugh. Grateful little shits. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 challenges left. Assuming no more appear, we might get through all of these, which makes me do the list dance. But I'm way too white to do. Wait, actually, unless... No others appeared. Let's go. I should probably say the dance for when we actually beat everything, eh? Zelda's preoccupied with modern research. Can Link keep her safe as the forces of evils loom ever closer? I don't know. This game's really made me not like Zelda. I kind of want to let her get beat up. She can fend for herself. If she's going to insist on being such a bad fighter, maybe she'll learn to be a better one if I let her fend for herself. I filled up my water. Does that count? It means you went to go get water and you were already there. You were already getting the fucking water and you didn't get me any. Deku, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? Ugh. Imagine if we got a Dark Souls boss. Dark Souls and Smash, let's go. The thing is, Dark Souls would be a funny rep for Smash. It would have to be a boss fight though, because you can't have the main character of Dark Souls. You can't have the Chosen Undead be a character in there. Monk Man's Koji for Smash could be interesting. This is a thing where it's like, I agree, and I reckon that could be a cool moveset. But Smash at this point, like, especially once we got to Ultimate, it started in 4, but especially once we got to Ultimate, it became a lot about what they're representing as well as their movesets. Like, Sakurai's always said, it's important that the character is fun to play as, and that's the most important thing, not just that they're a big character and everything like that. But there is also very clearly a thing of we're choosing big characters who are also fun to play as. We're not choosing a character that's not fun to play as just because they're a big character. But generally, we're still picking really big characters. It's that kind of thing where it's just like, I agree. I reckon Monk Man's Kosha would actually be a cool pick for Smash. But compared to what the possibilities are... Like, it's not that I disagree. It's just looking at what the situation is, I can understand other options. Again, not that it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's a wrong pick, just... What the characters represent is regardless of what Sakurai says about it's also about whether they're it's not just about how big of a character they are. Like, that's clearly a factor because they're trying to get sales off of this stuff. Imagine that if a hunter were in Smash, if I'm similar to Pokemon Trainer, but special weapons. Honestly, I could just see it being like Byleth. Different moveset, different things. Honestly, there's enough of a moveset, like, across all the different moves you could do, you could just make it that, like, most inputs use a different weapon. There are a lot of cool options if we had infinite slots in Jet. This is true. Yeah, that's the thing, where it's just like, Maz Kosha could be cool, but would Maz Kosha be cooler than, like, something from another franchise? Probably not. And that's also the alternative thing. I mean, honestly, something that I'm looking forward to, and this DLC especially has really brought it out, it's something that I want for the next Smash game. What I want for the next Smash game, I want it to be a soft reboot. And the thing is, unless Sakurai makes it, it wouldn't be this. Because, like, I'm not saying he's the only person, he's not solo making the games or anything like that, it's not the only game that does this. But his understanding, like, his knowledge of games in general is extremely high, so it would be, like, not impossible, but just difficult to get someone who could match his knowledge in games, and his knowledge in games is what allows this to work. You have a look at the most recent implementations of characters into Smash, especially across these DLC packs we've been getting, and how Sakurai himself and his team have clearly just gotten better and better and better and better, exponentially so as time's gone on, at introducing characters from their original franchises and making them both feel like their original game and Smash together. Like, that is something that they've clearly gotten much better at. You just have to have a look at something like Terry or fucking, especially Minecraft Steve, and just see how much they're able to implement the original ideas of the game and work it into Smash to feel like that game in Smash. You compare that to stuff like Samus? Like, what Samus is in Smash isn't like what Samus is like in other games. And to an extent, a lot of the original cast and a lot of the Nintendo cast, more than anything, aren't. They are more removed from their original origins and their games compared to what the later characters have been. That's just reality. And that's not because the original ones were bad or were bad picks or anything. They've just gotten better experience at it as time goes on. I would be curious to see, oh my god, it's Suga. Oh my god. I would be curious to see a Smash game where they soft reboot it to give every character that's in the game the treatment that like Terry or Minecraft Steve or Sephiroth or what's it called? Hero or Joker and stuff like that. Yeah, as their things. Or even something like, even one of like the lesser things like Min Min. Min Min feels like she comes out of ARMS. She feels like she's just straight up from fucking ARMS in this game. Like, I would love to see the new Smash game go that route and just really hone in on making all these characters feel like their franchises and just nailing what that means. I would love to see that. Weak point smash, there we go. Potato waffle smash. I don't even know what that means. My sister wants a My Little Pony rep. I mean, it has to be video games. I'm out of apples. Also, what's up, Tommy? How you going? I'm being very up myself and talking about stuff that only I care about. I had that exact same idea. Never mind. Wait, the My Little Pony thing or the soft reboot of giving every character a reworking so they feel as good as what the most recent characters have been? Because honestly, after Ultimate, it's the... I mean, like, people have been saying this since Brawl. People have literally been saying this since Brawl. I can't see where else the franchise can go from this point other than doing something like this, and they keep expanding it. But it's clear that Ultimate's even another fucking level above even that, of just... If you can't do Smash again, what the fuck do you do? Like, if you can't do Ultimate again, what do you do? And I think that's the option. It's the closest thing I can think of to being an option. Nice, get on, Suga. Get fucked on. The reboot, yeah. Because the thing is, if you can't, like... Again, it's something that people have been saying since literally Brawl. Just being like, where the fuck can Smash go from here? It's got so many characters. How can you go any further from here? And then Smash 4 came around and it was introducing like so many more third-party characters than before and everything like that. I was like, where the fuck does it go from here? But I think Ultimate's now at the point where it's just like, okay, between the fact that every previous character is actually here and like just how many DLC things we're getting so fucking many in total. From this point, okay, we're actually at a point of where the fuck does it go? There isn't anywhere for it left to go unless you do something drastic. Like, where do you go from Smash 4? You need to do something drastic, which is what they did. They did do something after Smash 4 and did go drastic with it. They went to the most extreme everyone is here thing that they possibly could. And they've already said that the chances of being able to do that again are low. They probably won't be able to do everyone is here again. That's probably not a thing they could do. But where the fuck do you go if you can't do that next? I don't know. Smash 64 HD remake? Oh my god, that would piss off the Melee crowd so much. I want it to happen just for that. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. What's my favorite game to stream? Oh, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. Part of me wants to say Monster Hunter, but I feel like that's just because the people who watch Monster Hunter are like generally the people who watch the other streams, there's not as many people who are like super into the franchise that I'm streaming, where Monster Hunter is very much everyone's super into it stream. And like, I like these streams as well, where it is just, we're playing the video game and we're chatting about fucking whatever. Like, we're just like, I'm not upset that we're not talking about Hyrule Warriors right now. Look at what we're doing. I'm talking about some cool shit that I'll see every now and then, and most of the time I don't need to, and stuff like that. I'm cool chatting like this. But with how into Monster Hunter everyone who watches Monster Hunter is, it does mean that like, and it just being like a first-time playthrough of seeing all these new monsters and everything like that, it means that we can have those amazing reactions and seeing everyone's opinions on all the new monsters that we're seeing and everything like that, and just like the way it's structured, where it's just like new monster like roughly every half an hour or so. It does that. Don't. Okay, it's only a thing. It's only a thing. We're good. Well, the rig what they call the next Smash game, Superior City Smashing Brothers, the London Olympics 2019 Deluxe Definitive Edition, and Knuckles. That's how you do it. You do the exact same again, but you add Knuckles. Yo, we can get another special attack gauge for Link. He just has to eat 17 whole frogs. Link has been asked to help Princess Zelda study the effects of frog-based elixirs. She needs more specimens used in experiments. Why doesn't he make himself useful and catch some? Oh my god, he's actually eating the frogs. Maybe a non-Smash crossover type thing, more story or something. They did that. It's called Subspace Emissary. LOL. LOL. And that was meant to be the big thing for Subspace, for Brawl. I mean, Brawl is just the every mode is here out of all of them. There's so many different things to do in Brawl that it's fucking overwhelming. Where comparatively, Ultimate doesn't have that many things to do. It just has a shitload to play with, which is also very good for like a longevity, like a long-lasting game. Yo, maybe I can get some hearts. What has it? The new monument will be built and Zoro's made. It may take years to complete. Sculptors would doubtless appreciate a hearty meal to get them through a long day of work. It's taking them years to complete. I'm gonna have to bring them this food every fucking day.
All the better to help
Monster
my
Hunter
friends.
Smack? Like you spank all the monsters, or you take Smack and then go fight monsters? So I don't know which of those I'm more of a fan of. The belly's filled with wholesome food. The sculptors worked with aplomb. Isn't that the thing that the Sims have above their head? Ha! At this rate, the project was on track for completion far sooner than originally expected. Yeah, it's only gonna take a day now. Let's go. Yo, I helped out the people of this place. Oh, Smash Bros. Smack. Smash Bros. Slap, like that Australian TV show that was fucking terrible. I don't even know if anyone here knows what I'm talking about. Did anyone hear about that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about when I talk about the TV show The Slap? I need everyone to answer this question. Do you know what I mean when I talk about the TV show The Slap? This is time limited and it's fighting Taluses. I'm absolutely using Link. There's no way I'm not using Link. And I'm also gonna use Daruk.
Leave it to me.
Subspace is 900,000 hours long, but still my favorite Smash game. Come at me. No, I really like Subspace. I really like Subspace. Subspace is fucking great. I want to LP it. I want to LP it one day. People have seen it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that's the. Okay, so Ozzy, what you're talking about is the parody, where the guy slaps all the kids. That's the parody. There was a real-life Australian TV show where the idea was there was a party, like a friend's barbecue, and the guy slapped one kid, and it's about the dramatic repercussions throughout the society of that. And basically, the entire premise of the show was to convince Australian parents that, yes, it is perfectly fine and reasonable to use violence against children. Because that was the premise of the show. Is it okay to beat the shit out of children for slightly misbehaving? To which the end of the show kind of went with I mean, if they deserve it. Like, that was basically that. But yeah, like, it's a fucking stupid, fucking absurd concept for a show. But that parody video is amazing and makes its existence worth it. Because it's just, everyone even gets to the cops as they walk in and try to arrest him. And, like, he slaps them and they just, like, go flying down to the ground and everything. It's great. That parody video is so fucking good. Australian television is the worst. I don't care what anyone says. Like, there's not much Australian television because we're a small fucking country. And the government doesn't fund our TV industry in any capacity other than the propaganda media networks. Whoa! Damn, I don't think I don't know, I've seen that one out from that angle before. Damn, nice. Daruk, I need you to be with me. Oh god, no. Did it get cancelled? I think it was 1 or 2 seasons, and then yeah. It didn't go for long. Australian television is so bad though. We have an entire TV, so you know how Cops exist in America, like as a TV show, of just like, cop propaganda. Watch what happens when the cops arrest people and destroy their lives, and we make it look good. Like, you know how that's how there's a Cops TV show? We have so many, like, we don't have Cops as a TV show because we've got a million different ones of them. We've got, like, Border Force TV show, where it's literally just, looking at the Border Force agents, like, pulling over people in airports to stuff like that, and it's just like, well, that's a brown person, gotta check and see if they got bombs or drugs. And, like, only showing the times that they do indeed have bombs or drugs to convince Australian people that every single brown person who's coming to the country is here to poison our kids with cocaine or some bullshit or like that. No, in this country it'd probably be ice. Ice is the drug that we're scared of here. We've got RBT. It's purely a show about cops pulling over people and breath testing them. Like, random breath tests is what RBT is. So it's just cops pulling over people to get breath tested. And that's the entire TV show. That's been going for years. That's been going for fucking years, that show. That is years long. It's so bad. Moving guys, it's not exciting. I'll have to make a TV show about everything. Yeah, I agree. Because there's no such thing as a good TV show. I agree. I've clearly forgotten how to do this final attack with Dara that I really liked. Most Australian TVs have one dude catching venomous snakes and kangaroos that beat up people. That hasn't existed for years. We're not a country that likes Crocodile Dundee anymore. Too many people in this country would be like, Crocodile Dundee, he sounds kind of like a troublemaker. We should double ultra murder him. We got a bunch of live cop TV shows. It's not just cops which got cancelled. So I mean, like, thing is, my mom watches the Crime Network a lot. So I know that, like, there's the investigation TV shows I know of where it's just like the first 48 hours, the most important to catch a criminal and to frame the nearest black guy for it. Or stuff like that. Or like the non-live TV ones of like, cop propaganda. Cops break the laws, but by God, do they get results. So it's worthwhile justifying, like breaking people's rights to be able to get them arrested, even when they didn't do it enough. Like, I know that stuff exists. I didn't realize you had multiple live action cops harassing people in their day-to-day live shows, and they only show the ones where they're guilty to convince people that cops only, like, talk to and trouble guilty people. And that because they're guilty is justified anything that you do to them. I didn't realize in America also had those stuff. Making sure the customs office showing off all the dildos and weeb shit people are buying. No, I was just about the drugs they have. My favorite TV show I've seen was the one American remake of the guy who takes enough drugs and he starts seeing his, yeah, Wilbur or something like that, whatever it's called, I forget. I don't know. I know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, that's the one where it started as an Australian show, and they remade it in America. Wilbur, yeah. They remade it in America. Wasn't that the one where in America they remade it with Elijah fucking Wood? I think that was the one. I think that was that. Americans watch each other die for laughs. I mean, I think the pandemic has proven that to its fucking gore in the most depressing way possible. Yeah, they made a show about a guy getting so high he can talk to his dog, and then he gets high with his dog, and they made Elijah Wood star in it. That's pretty fucking great. TV might be worth it just for that. That being said, from memory, I know I've seen the Australian series. It was like one of the few shows that we actually had on like the free-to-air channels when I was younger. So I know I've seen the original series. I swear the American one was even more sanitized. It might have just been sanitized more visually, because I remember the Australian one's like really dingy and grimy. Like, it looks like the place that they're in the Australian one is a dilapidated piece of shit, and the colors are way more muted. From memory, that's the Australian one, and the American one looks more like an American TV show. But in terms of the plot and everything, I don't remember whether it's actually more muted, like in terms of more sanitized and not as out there, or whether that's just whether it's just the coloring and the palette and set design in the Australian one that makes it look way more fucked. Cop shows are pretty bad, but I still love the video game episodes of Cop Studios because they're just how funny they are. Oh, but they play a video game to, like, unlock the hacking secrets and stuff? Yeah, no, that's... Like, there has to be multiple people on the writing team who know how video games function. That has to be real. It's impossible for it not to be with how many gamers there are right now. How do you keep getting it wrong? I mean, I know how they're getting it wrong because they're appealing to an older network who wants to scare people with the video games. I obviously know how they get it wrong, but, like, still though. I think the Australian one was a romantic ending, and the American one was a more neutral psychological ending. I do not remember the ending to either of them. I do remember the Australian one having a love interest. I do not remember if they got together or not. If they did, I don't remember that. Again, I might be thinking of maybe the American one was more fucked up mentally, but the visual style of it was less fucked up. So, wait, what is this quest? I'm just fighting a Molduga. Okay. I'm just fighting a Molduga. Okay. Bombs are important for that. I'm gonna use Hester. Yeah. Boom, boom, chaka-laka-laka, boom, boom. The last two Smash characters have S in their name, and Alex starts with an arse donkey from Shrek is confirmed. What? I'm confused by every word of that sentence, look. Some of the words that come out from your typos are very confusing. Like when you're talking about how my mouth was experiencing your heart or something. I'm still confused what that was. Sorry if this sounds ignorant. Have you ever seen a kangaroo? I have seen a kangaroo both in the wild and in a zoo. So the thing is, like, it's this weird thing when it comes to Australian animals and stuff like that. Do we have kangaroos roaming around the streets and we ride them to work and stuff? No. Are they so rare that most Australians haven't seen one? Also, no. Like, kangaroos don't just wander around all day, but kangaroos wandering streets does happen. It usually makes a viral video every time it happens, but that is a thing that happens. Like, I mean, I've been to zoos and I've petted them at zoos, and that's the only instance you should ever go near a kangaroo, is when it's a domesticated one in a zoo and they explicitly tell you that they can and the trainers are there. Because if you go near a wild kangaroo and it wants to murder you, it will take 0.5 seconds and it will murder you so hard you will cease to exist in every other reality that exists, because they are built specifically to murder. But I have seen them. Like, I've seen ones in the wild. I've been through hiking parks and I've seen them in the distance, being like, oh shit, that's a kangaroo. Like, I have seen them doing that stuff, and not like specifically hiking parks where I know they're there, just like wildlife parks, where it's just like, oh, you can just go camping in here. Like, you just pay like an entry fee or whatever. You can go into the park and do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I've seen them in those parks and kind of things like that, where like they're not specifically meant to be there as like a thing that were brought in to be like, oh look, you can go see wild kangaroos. Like, they're just there. Like that. Like. Again, there is a middle ground. It's not so exaggerated that it's because it doesn't exist in any capacity, but we're not riding them to work and stuff like that. Steve Sephiroth, Alex asks, also, please don't remind me of that typo. I still have PTSD. Arse is just the thing that I called my Sephiroth and Crash, I think. Like, the thing about there's killer animals everywhere in Australia is a real thing. So, the thing is, Australia has killer animals everywhere. That depends on what you think. That depends on what you mean by have there been, like, are there that? Like, the giant ones, like the giant, like the shit that are like the giant ones that'll kill the shit out of you, like cassowaries, emus, kangaroos, and stuff like that. Are those around everywhere? No, they're in like wildlife areas, and like you're going somewhere that is the wild. Or the outback, or somewhere where there isn't like white people civilization. Like, if you're finding those, you're probably there, or one of them has stumbled into one of those places. Is there shit around me that multiple times that can kill me? And I've had several situations in my life, just in my home, where there's been animals around that could fuck the shit out of me. Absolutely, because we have spiders and snakes, and we have incredibly dangerous spiders and snakes. Like, redback spiders can kill you in a couple hours after a bite. Like, they're dangerous. They will, like, redback spider is basically, if you don't get medically treated, you are going to die. There's basically, you can't survive without being treated. And I've had, like, multiple times in places that I've lived in that have had backyards. I don't have a backyard right now, so many units are not quite. Although we have a grass area out the back, and I know there's been animal, like, problems out there. But every house that I've been in with a backyard, we've had multiple redback spider infestations, where it's just like, oh shit, there's a nest of stuff out there, and there's possibly like 100 or so redback spiders. That's absolutely real. That is absolutely an incredibly real thing. I'm just like, there is hundreds of spiders outside that if they bite you, they will kill you. We need to not go outside until this is sorted, and we need to make sure all the windows and everything are sealed shut to make sure they don't get in. Is that a real thing? Absolutely. That's 100% a real thing. That is absolutely reality here. Like, it's not everyday reality, but there's, like, if redback spiders appear in your backyard, you can't be surprised, because it's something that's gonna happen probably if you have a backyard. Funnelweb spiders, they're more in the city. I'm not in a suburb where they happen because I'm a bit too close to the beach. But like funnelweb spiders and everything like that, where it's just like they're small enough spiders that they like to hide in nooks and crannies and stuff like that. Like if you live somewhere closer to the city and you have open windows, have there been people who have like funnelweb spiders crawl into their houses and shit? Yeah, I've known people who've had that. I've known people who've lived in the city and have had like funnelweb spiders that can kill them and crawl into their houses and stuff like that. The apartment complex that I lived in when I was a kid, where it was where there was a giant park beneath it, and between most of the like individual blocks of apartments, there was large grass areas. Did we run into poisonous snakes several times in those when I was growing up? Yes. Yes. That part is super real. That part is absolutely real. Like, when it comes to snakes are more dependent. Snakes need to be large, tall grass areas kind of thing. They're not just going to be anywhere. But if you have a large enough area with tall grass, yeah, you're gonna have, there's a good chance you'll encounter a snake at one point if you live there for a while. Like, I lived in that apartment complex for a good, I think it was the first 15 to 16 years of my life, and there was several snakes that we ran into where it's just like, that's a snake that's poisonous, that if it bites us, we can die. As children, let's leave. Like, yeah, and the big ones are spiders. The spiders are the problems here. The spiders are fucking vicious because there's just so many different poisonous ones, and the places that they make their homes in are cities and backyards. Let me just quickly back. Oh, sorry, I was fighting the Molduga, so I'll go back and actually read the stuff that people were saying about. Have I been attacked by a bird? Yes. Magpies are vicious motherfuckers. I don't get attacked anywhere near as often as other people get attacked by magpies, but magpies will absolutely swoop and dive bomb you. The big problem is people who ride motorbikes, or any type of bike, really. You can be riding one of those, because the way magpies, if a magpie swoops to attack you, it will swoop to dive bomb at specifically the front of your face. That's how magpies attack. And then they'll swoop back and forth, but they'll always aim for your face first and swoop down, like fly up and swoop down and try and hit you in the face. I've known one person, and I've heard stories about other people, where they've been riding a push bike and had a magpie fly at their face and they've fallen off their bike for it. Like, being attacked by a bird, yeah. And I've had times where, like, when I was younger, I haven't had it happen in a long time, but I've had places, like, I've had times when I was younger where I was walking along and a magpie swooped at my head and tried to attack me. Yeah, that's absolutely real. Same as us, coyotes and bears. Yeah, so we don't have giant mountain lions. Like, we don't have those. We don't have, like, coyotes, bears, and mountain lions. We don't have the vicious, giant-mouthed predators. We don't have those here. We've got, like, there might be some places where there's dingoes and stuff like that, but you've got to go more desert for dingoes and stuff like that. So that's not really where I am or where I live. But, like, our birds are the vicious things. Like, cassowaries will fuck you up. They'll kill you. Like, their claws are gigantic and they're violent creatures by nature. Emus will fuck you up. Australia literally had a war with emus. And we lost. Like, emus are vicious motherfuckers. They're sturdy as shit, too. And kangaroos. Kangaroos are murder machines. They're designed to murder. Every part of them is filled with murder. There is not a single part of their body that wasn't designed to kill the nearest thing near it. I do live with a tiger. Oh, bye, Ozzy! Sorry, I missed you. I missed Ozzy. Sorry. There was a really short time limit on that Molduga, so I spent a while just focusing on that server reading chat and also talking about my things there. Main reason I couldn't do Australia is because you guys are monstrous spiders. The big spiders are not the problem here. It is not the big spiders you have to be terrified of here. The big spiders you can just chill out and not worry about, because they're huntsmans and daddy longlegs, and they're not going to kill you. They're fucking giant. Like, I've seen plenty of spiders that have been around that. There's maybe one that's about that big, but I've seen plenty that are around that big. Like, just giant legs, and they're huntsmans and stuff like that. The huntsmans won't kill you. The big spiders aren't the problem. One, you can see them before they'll bite you. Two, they're usually not the type of things that'll kill you. The problems with spiders here are the tiny ones. Redbacks are about this big. They're probably the size of the top of my thumb. That's how big redbacks are. You can easily get an infestation of those, and if one of them bites you, if you don't get it treated, it'll kill you. You've got, like, it's not like it'll kill you in 5 seconds or anything like that. Like, my mom's been bitten by a redback before, and she felt awful before she got treated and everything like that. But it's the type of shit that can kill you. Like, you've got a couple hours, but you need to get treated or you'll die. Like, it is that type of thing. And that happened, like, just before I was born. It was, like, 2 months before my mom fell pregnant with me that she was bitten by a redback. So, hey, I'm lucky that I'm here. Were there spider storms in Australia or somewhere in Asia? We don't get storms of spiders. No, I've heard about that. I'm pretty sure it's an Asia thing where there's a bunch born and that just rain spiders everywhere. That's an Australian thing, not that one. There are a fuck ton of black widows around here in bushes and shacks and stuff. Yeah, black widows. I think there's a type of widow spider that we get here, but they're not as common as the Sydney funnelweb. The Sydney funnelweb is another really dangerous one, but they're more in the city. I haven't come across many of them in my life. I've seen them, but I haven't come across many. Or at least, I think I've seen them, like, on the street, like in alleyways and stuff. I don't know if I've ever been in a house that's had one. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure. I remember one day I was sitting on my car and Black Widow crawled on my head and I incinerated a hole through my pants. Understandable, because that shit will kill you. Only spider you have to worry about here sometimes is wolf spiders. And every once in a while, a Black Widow will show up, but that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, spiders are a very, like, again, every place that I've had that has had a backyard has had multiple infestations of Black Widows. The only one that didn't and only had one infestation of Black Widows, but it was still one, was a place that I lived in a suburb called Oatley. And the only reason that I only had one infestation of Black Widows there is because I only lived there for 7 months. Like, that's the only reason why. World War III happened in Australia already. It was before World War I, I think. When was the Emu War? I'm gonna quickly Google. Sorry, I'm getting super distracted. When was the Emu War? I think I saw it was early 1900s. Oh, it was between World War I and II. 1932. Yeah. I'm also not exaggerating in any capacity. You can literally Google the words Emu War and you can find out the things about us going to war with emus. One of the first things you'll see on Google is failure for the outcome. I'm not joking. Australia went to war with emus because the emus were overrunning one of the our Australian army bases, so they had to fight off all of these emus trying to invade the army base, and then they just took out all their guns and everything and tried to kill all of them, and they fucking failed and conceded the site and gave up. I'm not exaggerating. We went to war with emus and fucking lost. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Have you been bitten by an ant? Oh, God. Oh, God, yes. Fire ants, or bull ants, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I've been bitten by those. Only ever during school, when we went to, like, school camps and stuff like that. But, yes. And, fuck. Those are bad. Those are vicious. Oh, those fuck you up for a couple days. Those are fucking awful. Those are fucking terrible. No, fire ant and bull ants? Oh, God. Yeah, no, don't get bit by one of those. They're not fucking around. They're awful. Great Emu War is one of my favorite bits of Australian history and only thing people seem to know. Dude, it's one of everyone's favorite bits. Because, again, the thing that makes it is the fact that we lost. Like, that's the thing that makes it so fucking good. Is that we fucking lost. Like, that's amazing to me. Yo, another ferry. I'm going through all the ferries now, damn. Alright. Let's go Emperor this time around. We'll have Slender Ninja Woman versus Tall
This
Woman.
looks quite satisfying.
And there was a period a few years ago where not everyone knew the Emu War, and then it became a meme story, and now everyone knows it. But it's still fucking fantastic. Their high IQ strategy was running away. It was the Joseph Joestar secret method. Of course they were genius. Again, if you've got like 10,000 two-legged dinosaur birds running around that are surviving several shots from machine guns trying to overrun your base, what else do you do other than get the fuck out of there? Like, what do you do at that point? There's nothing left for you here. Leave. I'm now realizing it's like a bunch of people in Jeeps versus hundreds of thousands of emus. I'm now realizing that was basically Australian Emu War Muso. Give us an Emu War Muso. We need it. The world needs this. Their strategy was don't get hit by bullets. More armies need to try it. Some of the emus also just shrugged off the bullets.